Hey guys, Ethrion here from Langrisser SEA. I'm from the Guild Legion of Scorn, and today I'm happy to announce, publicize, as well as give more details on the upcoming Langrisser SEA All-Stars Tournament. What is it? It's basically a community organized multi-server crossover tournament, and it's played with Apex Arena rules, and it will take the form of a best of 3 single elimination tournament. So why are we doing this and why should you be interested? This is basically the first ever multiple server crossover tournament in Langrisser Mobile. Previously, there have been previous tournaments where one server has gone over to the other, for example, the China and Taiwan friendship matches, as well as the ongoing Korea and Chinese matches. However, this is the first time that we've had multiple servers converge into one host server, which is ours, in order to basically show off their distinct playstyles and strategies. Every server has their own meta, every server has their own way of doing things, and I hope that with so many different playstyles and tacticians coming together, that we'll all be able to learn from each other and exchange information as well as ideas about how best to play Apex, or not just how best to play Apex, but the different individual stylistic differences that people have. Also, this is the largest prize pool to date for a community tournament, with the top player, the first prize being $300 US. So that should incentivize participants to basically try their best and bring the best gameplay that they have. Who is taking part, which is also very important. I'm proud to announce that we have one representative per server that made it to the top 16 of Apex Season 2, which is the one that just passed. We have Dark Prince representing Floating City. He is top 4. Leos is from Ellis City and he was top 16. Vision is from Roger Valley and he was top 8. And NZR is from Emerald Gate and he was nominated by both Disney Elliot as well as Disney Dada as the Emerald representative. For the global representatives, I'm happy to announce that we do have Erwin Liana participating, who is the Season 4 Apex champion, the latest season. Of note, he was the one that competed against as well as defeated Roy Lee in the finals of that season. And we also have the last legend, who was the runner-up for the Summit the Langrisser Community Tournament for Season 3, the one that just finished not too long ago. Why we approach these two players out of the many global players who are talented at Apex is because these two players are actually located in Asia. Erwin Liana is currently living in Japan, and the last legend, or the legend himself, is living in Australia, and therefore time zone issues should hopefully be kept to a minimum, which is always an issue when playing with competitors from Europe or from North America, or South America for that matter. So the Taiwanese and the Korean representatives obviously will not have any time zone issues. For the Taiwanese representatives, it will be San Mao Jiaozhu as well as IMMLF, and these two players are high profile, highly regarded Apex players in Taiwan. Notably, they were selected by their own compatriots to represent Taiwan in the Taiwan versus China tournament, and San Mao has the distinction of taking down Clunky or Godkey, one of the best Chinese players in that friendly tournament. For the Korean representatives, the first nomination is Gun Byom Subin, who was top 4 in Apex Season 2 and Apex Season 3. He was top 16. The second representative is currently being selected by a qualifying tournament. The Korean players are taking this very seriously. They're having an internal tournament among themselves to see who is going to come over. So have high hopes that the one who comes over will be showing their best as well. So that's the representatives from all 4 servers taking part. This is 4 out of 6 total servers. And when is it happening? It's happening next weekend from Friday to Sunday, 23rd to 25th of October. And the matches will be broadcast tentatively from 7:30 to 11 p.m. This is sort of the worst case scenario. Of course, if the matches end quickly, we will move on with the next match in the schedule. And the following weekend will be the semi-finals and the grand finals on 31st October and 1st November respectively at the same times. These times are in GMT +8, which is 1 hour ahead of server time. And these are the preliminary brackets. Just to explain, the lowest seeded player from each server will be asked to go through a round 1 match, whereas the rest will have a bye in round 1 and they'll proceed straight to round 2. And this seeding is basically based on who placed the highest during that particular server's latest season of Apex Arena. For example, for C, NZR is the lowest seeded out of all the C players, so he will be taking part in round 1 against the Korean qualifier, the second player that comes from Korea. San Mao and the legend himself are obviously placed lower than IMMLF as well as Erwin Liana respectively, so they will be taking part in the round 1 matches as well. So the matches for the first weekend on the 23rd of October will be round 1, will be San Mao Jiaozu versus the legend himself, or the last legend, and NZR versus the second nominated Korean representative. That will be Friday's matches. On Saturday, it will be Dark Prince from Floating City versus the winner of either San Mao versus the legend himself. And we will also have Leos from Elicity versus the first Korean representative, Boon Gyeom Seo Bin. And on Sunday, for next week, we will have the champion of Season 4 of Apex Arena in Global, Erwin Liana, versus the winner of NZR, as well as Vision versus IMMLF. Where can you watch these matches? If you're interested, well, you can watch them either on my YouTube channel, which is the English language broadcast, or on San Mao's Twitch and YouTube channels, which will be the Mandarin broadcast for the 23rd of October. For the other dates, they will be broadcasted by Mr. Scissors as well as San Mao. Mr. Scissors is a global friend of ours who will be helping to cast these matches, and if possible, I will be taking part as well to provide some local commentary and context and tactical information that might otherwise not be available. So we are really excited that this is finally coming to pass. It has been a frantic few weeks of organization, of talking to these top players behind the scenes to get everyone on board, but I'm happy to announce that it is going ahead as planned. There will be high level quality matches of Apex Arena to watch. Just because the playoffs are over doesn't mean that the action is over. So if you're tired of Apex Arena yourself and want to just sit back, relax and watch some great gameplay, grab some popcorn, grab a friend that plays Langrisser M, and drop on by on the live streams, and we hope to see as many of you there as possible. I'm really hoping for this event to bring the C community together, as well as to hopefully take our players to new heights as we learn from all the tactical masterminds that are coming as our guests to this tournament. As always, it's Ethrion, hoping to see everyone in the tournament, and I'm signing off.